Have you ever poured everything you had into something, your money, your time, your name, and then watched someone else take credit for all of it? If you have, this story will feel very familiar. If you haven't, pay close attention. Because this is how it happens. In 2014, Marcus had an idea and no money. He had a pitch deck, 14 slides, a lot of projections, and a market gap he had identified correctly but had no means to act on. He had been made redundant 6 months earlier. His credit was stretched. His professional network was real but not the kind that writes checks. Serena had been his girlfriend for 3 years. She was 31. She worked in operations management and she was, by every account of people who worked with her, exceptional at it. She believed in the idea. More than that, she believed in what the idea could become if it was run properly. She believed in him before anyone else did. That belief was about to cost her everything. Serena put in £42,000 of her own savings. She left her job. She took a 60% pay cut to draw a minimal salary from the new company in its first year. She built the operational infrastructure from scratch, the supplier relationships, the processes, the client onboarding systems, the financial controls. Marcus was the face. The pitch. The vision. He was good at those things. Genuinely good. Serena was everything that made the vision survivable. By the end of year 2, the company had 12 clients and was turning a small but real profit. By year 3, it had 26 clients, 3 employees, and a reputation in its sector that was beginning to open serious doors. On paper, Marcus owned 55% of the company. Serena owned 45%. In practice, the company existed because Serena had built it. The shift was gradual. That is always how it works. It started in year 4. A new investor came in, a silent partner. Marcus had described him, someone who believed in the vision. His name was Philip. He was 61, wealthy, well-connected, and had known Marcus socially for years. Philip's investment was conditional on a restructure of the shareholding. He wanted a cleaner cap table, he said. Simpler governance. Marcus brought the proposal to Serena as a formality, something they needed to do to unlock growth. The restructure reduced Serena's share to 30%. She agreed. Because she trusted Marcus. Because she believed the growth was real. Because she had spent 4 years building something and she could not yet see what was being done with that trust. After Philip came in, Serena began to notice things. Her name stopped appearing in client-facing materials. Not removed, just quietly not added to new ones. When new clients asked who had designed the operational systems they were onboarding into, Marcus said, "The team." She was excluded from 2 investor meetings. Marcus said they were informal. She later found out they were not. Her operational role was given a new title, Head of Internal Processes. It sounded like a promotion. It was a narrowing. A slow, deliberate reduction of her visibility and her authority, one small decision at a time. One small decision at a time. In month 19 after Philip's arrival, Marcus sat down with Serena and told her he thought it was time to professionalize the leadership team. He told her the company had outgrown its founding structure. That they needed to bring in experienced executives. That her strengths were in the early stage work, the building, and that what the company needed now was a different kind of operator. He told her he wanted to buy out her remaining shares. He gave her a number. The number was less than the value of the savings she had put in 9 years earlier. Before interest. Before 5 years of below-market salary. Before the clients she had won and the systems she had built and the company she had made viable when it was nothing but 14 slides and a market gap. Serena said, "I need some time to think." She did not say anything else. She called a solicitor that evening. Not a general solicitor. A specialist in shareholder disputes and minority shareholder rights. Someone who had spent 20 years handling exactly this kind of case, the slow-motion erasure of a founding partner. Over the following 3 weeks, Serena compiled a document that would later be described by her legal team as one of the most thorough founder contribution records they had seen from a non-legal professional. She had kept everything. Emails from year one. Supplier contracts she had negotiated personally. Client correspondence in her name. Financial models she had built. Internal process documents she had authored. 5 years of evidence that the company had not been built by Marcus alone. She had kept everything. Her solicitor commissioned an independent valuation of the company. It came back at £3.4 million. Serena's 30%, at that valuation, was worth just over £1 million. Marcus had offered her $80,000. Her solicitor sent a formal response to Marcus's legal team. It included the independent valuation, a detailed schedule of Serena's financial contributions from year one, a schedule of her operational contributions, and a legal analysis of the shareholder agreement, specifically the clauses that had not been followed in the process of reducing her shareholding in year 4. The response requested an urgent meeting. Marcus's legal team took 9 days to reply. The meeting took place in a neutral solicitor's office. Marcus arrived with Philip and 2 lawyers. Serena arrived with her solicitor and her document folder. She said very little for the first 40 minutes. She let her solicitor speak. She let the documents speak. Marcus, at one point, said that the company's success was the result of collective effort and that Serena's contributions, while valued, had been appropriately compensated through her salary. Her solicitor placed the salary schedule on the table. The one that showed 5 years of below-market pay against the market rate for her role. The differential, what she had effectively subsidized the company with, was £412,000. Marcus did not say much after that. Philip, to the surprise of everyone in the room, spoke directly to Serena. He said he had not been fully informed of the circumstances of her original investment or her role in the company's early years. He said that had he known, the restructure in year 4 would have been handled differently. Whether that was true, Serena had no way of knowing. What it meant, practically, was that Philip removed his support from Marcus's position. The dynamic in the room shifted in the space of about 90 seconds. 90 seconds. Everything changed. Negotiations ran for 6 weeks. The final settlement gave Serena a full buyout at independent valuation just over £1 million. It included a clause acknowledging her as a co-founder of the company in any future public-facing materials, including investor documents and the company website. It included a non-disparagement agreement binding both parties equally. It also included something Serena had specifically requested. A letter, signed by Marcus, confirming her contribution to the company's founding and early growth. Not for public release. Not for legal purposes. Just for the record. Her solicitor had advised her it was an unusual request. Serena said she wanted it anyway. The letter was 3 paragraphs. It said that the company had been co-founded by Marcus and Serena. That the operational infrastructure, client systems, and early financial stability of the business had been built primarily by Serena. That her contribution to the company's survival and growth in its first 5 years had been foundational. Marcus signed it. Serena folded it and put it in her bag and did not open it again for 2 years. She said, later, that she did not need it to prove anything to anyone else. She needed it because she had spent the last 2 years being quietly told, by action if not by words, that she had not mattered. She needed the record to say otherwise. The company continued without Serena. It raised a further round of investment 18 months after her departure. It grew. It was acquired, partially, by a larger firm 4 years later. Marcus did well. That is the honest answer, and it would be dishonest to pretend otherwise. Some people take what they take and face no consequence beyond the private kind. What Marcus lost was not his company or his comfort. What Marcus lost was the knowledge, which he will carry, that the foundation he built his success on was laid by someone he tried to erase. The foundation was hers. It always was. Serena took 6 months. She traveled. She rested. She did the thing she had not done in 5 years. She stopped building something for someone else and simply existed for a while. Then she started a company of her own. Operational consultancy. Small, focused, profitable from month 8. Her name was on everything from the first day. She gave one interview, 2 years after the settlement. A business publication, small circulation, no identifying details used. She was asked what she would tell a woman in a similar position, a co-founder, a builder, someone who could see themselves being slowly sidelined. She said, document everything from day one. Not because you expect betrayal. Because contribution without a record is invisible, and invisible things are easy to deny. She was asked if she was angry. She said, I was. Then I was busy. Busy turned out to be better. On the day she registered her new company, Serena did one specific thing. She wrote a founding document. 2 pages. It described what the company was, what she intended to build, and what her contribution to it was in detail on day 1. She signed it. She dated it. She sent a copy to her solicitor to hold on file. She said it took 20 minutes. She said she wished she had done it 9 years earlier. This is not a rare story. The details shift the industry, the numbers, the relationship. But the structure is consistent. One person builds. Another person positions themselves as the story of what was built. The builder, over time, becomes invisible inside their own creation. It happens because builders are often too busy building to document. It happens because trust is extended in good faith and weaponized in bad faith. It happens because the law protects what is written down, and what is written down is usually controlled by the person who understood, from the beginning, that it would matter. The law protects what is written down. Serena's company is in its 4th year. It has 7 clients, 4 staff, and no outside investors. Her name is on the door. Her name is in the contracts. Her name is the first thing anyone reads when they visit the website. She was asked, at the end of the interview, whether she ever thought about Marcus. She said, sometimes. Less than I used to. She paused. Then she said, I think the hardest thing was accepting that someone can benefit from what you built and still sleep fine. Once I accepted that, I stopped needing it to be otherwise. Somewhere, the company Marcus built, the one Serena made viable, is operating. Growing, probably. And somewhere, Serena is in a small office with her name on the door, building something that is entirely and completely hers. The story did not end the way she had planned it. It ended better. Because the version of her that walked out of that solicitor's office with a letter and a settlement was not the same woman who had put in £42,000 and a career and 5 years of her life for a man who thought she would accept $80,000 and disappear. She did not disappear. She just started over somewhere he couldn't take credit for it.